See, a lot of people, including myself once upon a time, don't realize that money is an abundant resource. Money is energy, and that energy comes from the ultimate resource, God. Okay. And I know that some of you, you're probably listening to this right now and you're probably thinking, yeah, but I just checked my bank account. Maybe it says $20. Maybe it says negative $20, whichever, maybe it's about to be negative, and you think that that is all you have access to. But here's the thing: what you see in your bank account is not all that you have access to. That's just a snapshot, okay? Because if money is abundant and money is energy and God is the source, then your bank balance is just a snapshot. It's just that. It's just a bank balance, okay? It doesn't mean anything. And when I finally understood this, actually a few years ago, that's when things really started to change for me, right? When my mindset started to change around money. And I remember in 2022, when I was on the verge of quitting my dream job, right, my flight attendant job, in my first 6 months of really taking my business seriously, I unlocked my first six figures, right? Not because I was like grinding myself into the ground. I was working hard. I was very intentional that year. It wasn't because I was desperate, but because my mindset changed and I got into alignment. Okay. Attracting money doesn't come from being overly panicky. It doesn't come from fear. It comes from alignment. And there were seasons in my business, and if you are an entrepreneur, you already know this, okay? There are high seasons, there are low seasons. There are seasons where things feel very slow, quiet, can feel a little bit uncertain. And yet, right, in the midst of that, like after the slow seasons, I would turn around and the numbers would just surprise me, right? Because opportunities would come out of nowhere. Clients would show up unexpectedly. People would be reaching out to me that I did not expect would be reaching out to me, right? Provision would meet me where I was, not because I forced it, right? But because I trusted the source. I understood that God was the ultimate resource. And a quick example, I'm going to share a friend's story because she actually shared it on her podcast. She shared it on like YouTube, so I can share it on here. But she shared how she was in a low season, like a pruning season, right? God called her to quit her job and everything.